Grand Slam titles, a World Grand Prix champion, a two-time World Cup champion, a former Premier League finalist, and a former champion of the world, the Iceman, Gerwyn. So welcome back, the Bahrain Darts Master, a two-time World Championship semi-finalist, the winner of the Masters. Ladies and gentlemen, the former Lakeside champion, that is, the Bullet, Stephen Bunting.
Bunting has arrived in this year's Premier League. Good to see, isn't it? Kicked off the night with a 6-2 victory over Nathan Aspinall, where he averaged 103.5, had some really good finishing as well. And then in the semi-finals, it was a 6-2 win over the world #1, Luke Humphries. Got his first point. He's in a first final. Can he get a first night win? We say it all the time, don't we? His walk-on is made for the Premier League. And he's finally got some points on the board here in Berlin tonight. Even Gerwyn Price getting involved, why not? Well, Price with just the one match tonight had a bye through to the semis where he beat Chris Dobie 6-2. It was all right, wasn't it? A solid display, and Price now looking to pick up a third weekly win, something that only Luke Littler has done so far this season. For the final time tonight then, let's head to comms and join Wayne Mardle and Dan Dawson.
Yes, the deciding game here in Berlin. The Bullet and the Iceman. As you can see from the table there, Gerwyn Price has already moved himself up to third. He will be in third come the end of the night. It's just how close is he to those top two. Stephen Bunting is not going to move himself from the bottom of the table. However, he could get a whole load closer to Chris Dobie and, by extension, everybody else. And all of a sudden, Wayne, Stephen Bunting, we know he's been playing good stuff, but if he starts turning it into victories, back-to-back weekly wins changes everything, doesn't it?
It does. It really does. And whilst it may seem, or may have seemed highly unlikely, he's one game away from winning 5 points. Then, just say he picks up another 3 next week, then nothing, then another 5. All of a sudden, it's like, wow. There's half the season played. He's had a diabolically bad return, of course, it can change.
Certainly can. We're talking about a guy here who was very nearly the number one in the whole of the PDC on the floor last year, and that is because of his consistency. He made 6 finals out of just shy of 30 events. So that's winning 6 games to get to those finals.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing all the time.
And let's put into context how good he has been. He's the world number 5. Gerwyn Price is the world number 12. We know it's all about defending ranking points and all that, but if you continue to defend them and continue to play well, you get as high as number 5 like Bunting has, and maybe it can be higher, but let's not think that Bunting isn't expecting himself to beat Price here. He's already beaten in big games this year.
Tying up 97 for the opening leg. Double 12. Ooh, drags that into the 9, so if he is allowed back, he's going to have to burn a dart.
He really wants the 51. That leaves 34. It's adjusted really well here.
74.
That would have been a great finish.
It's not worked out, but that is smart play. So many players would have persevered on the 51, even though they could barely see it. But he's given himself a dart at a double. All right, he couldn't take it. Can Bunting punish? No, he can't.
He's punished a lot of missed darts at a double from players this evening, Stephen Bunting. He has not punished that missed double 17, but he's going to get more chances. He only wants 1. This feels like a break, but it would be a holder throw.
Oh, where's he going to look here? Way over to the left. And it wasn't a bad effort, all things considered, but he couldn't find the target.
He'll get this, don't you worry. Start the next leg. I'm not too convinced now. I'm not convinced at all. Well, got there eventually. It was not a good first start. It was all a little bit weak, but he got there in the end. Did well, actually.
21 dart break of throw to start this match. There's been a pattern to Stephen Bunting's games tonight. He has not started brilliantly. He's been outplayed and outscored, and he has got better, and he's got a lot better quite quickly as well. Only dropped the 5 legs now tonight. 6-2 against Nathan Aspinall, 6-2 against Luke Humphries.
And I just think that's testament to where his mind's at right now. I was really concerned with Stephen after he lost and the way he played against Chris Dobie a couple of weeks ago. It was clearly a big game, and it clearly got to him. Played well against Luke Littler. OK, got 0 out of it. Literally lost 6-0. But the way that he's dealt with himself, the way he's handled it tonight, after being second best in the leg, the opening leg against Nathan Aspinall, but getting away with it. And he's really shown some resilience and clearly brilliance.
He's a positive character.
He is, yeah.
134.
This is a good leg. It's a slight understatement. It's a brilliant leg.
Not too shabby from Price, though. Asks the question of Bunting after those half a dozen missed darts at double in the opening leg. He'll only get 1 in this leg, and it's at the ball. And that's all he needs. He has been deadly on the bullseye, mostly in set-up play tonight, but he keeps on hitting it.
Darts is funny, isn't it? You miss 6 at a double, Dan, and then you hit the bullseye first half. Magnificent.
Explain it. Okay, go.
If you are just joining us, you've been tardy, not very good at all. Anyway, Gerwyn Price had a bye in the quarterfinals. Michael van Gerwen's injured shoulder scuppered his chances of playing. So that was a bye for Gezi. Then he beat Chris Dobie to book his place. Whereas Stephen Bunting beat Nathan Aspinall and Luke Humphries.
Here we go.
Here we go, yeah.
Both of them hitting 180s in the last couple of legs.
If Stephen misses, he wants it to be there. That top wire.
41.
Surrenders the initiative in this leg.
Eventually finds a big treble, and it may make the difference. Leaves him 128, which is doable.
96, going require 128.
He'll fancy this. He'll fancy this now. Another one. Oh.
Yeah, all could won the 128. You get the treble, you need another, but that looks so good for another there,
didn't it?
124.
Bunting gets a go at the ball again. This time he can't find it.
Going required 14.
Wants to work his way down, and does. He's thrown some excellent darts at tops tonight.
He's going to throw first.
Wasn't really a marker, Dan, was it, the first one? It was just a little bit too high.
We've seen it this year. Look, he won a title earlier this week. That was his second title of the year. But some of the performances from Price have been
100.
peak Price. He's doing the stuff that he did when he was quite probably, by everybody's admission, the best player in the world.
Well, he was. The rankings didn't lie.
You know, 110 averages. He's hitting them more than anybody else in the floor. He's looked brilliant on the Euro Tour without turning it into a title. He's won 2 nights of the Premier League already.
Yes.
There's a lot of success, but when he has been off, he's been really off, like last week.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's kind of been a thing with Michael van Gerwen as well. He's had off games and has been punished, which you'd expect in the Premier League.
It's an unforgiving place. Ask Stephen Bunting.
It should be.
140.
It's the best of the best, as Raymond van Barneveld used to say. Still says, probably.
Feels like a missed opportunity after that first start for Stephen Bunting.
Yeah, there used to be a time when tons were okay.
145.
Not really now.
Require 170.
Come on, then. We've not seen one this evening. Ah.
60. Going required 56.
16 for tops. Some very standard Gerwyn Price behaviour.
16.
Not quite.
And his last start at doubles this evening has been very, very good, generally.
Stephen require 110.
This would feel and be a real nick. Not really been in the leg. He hit the 54 off the 124 in the last leg. Couldn't get it then for 3-1. This feels like he's... I was going to say he's going to get it. He will not like that. He threw a similar dart, double six down, where it just seemed to come out the hand softly.
60.
And a sarcastic thumbs up there. I assume it was a whistle. But this for 2-2. And it's non-stop breaks here. 4 legs played, all one against the dart.
We've said it before, and we will say it again. You need that little bit of luck. And Gezi missing darts at a double is the fortune that Bunting needed. 2-2 instead of 3-1. Huge goings on.
60.
Yeah, and if you look at legs with darts at double, Gerwyn Price has had darts to win 3 of the 4 legs. Stephen Bunting had darts to win every single leg.
Yeah.
So even though there have been more misses at double by Price, and he's averaging a little bit more, when it comes to chances to win each leg, Stephen Bunting has had him.
Yeah.
96.
And there, over this Premier League campaign, Dan, it's the lack of chances. Oh, that's unlucky.
80.
The chances that Stephen has had, they've been at a minimum. They really have. He's not had the luxury of coming back that often with 3 in hand.
Yeah, and he's had a bit of that tonight. Things have gone his way
Yes.
tonight. Nathan's missed a few darts at double. Luke Humphries missed a few darts at double, and he has punished.
That's what it's about.
174.
So the 60 on the floor, remember, as well. Fluency.
Treble 18. Leaves the ball. Well, Gerwyn Price, if that dart hadn't fallen out earlier in the leg, that is such a completely different visit.
Yep. Would have been on 47 with a single to double. Tops now for the lead. Oh, wow, he rushed that.
33.
Didn't even have time to bring the arm back. That was a complete and utter rush. Wow.
Well, he does get to single to double in the end. And he takes the chance, Gerwyn Price, and the breaks continue. It's been a topsy-turvy night. It's a topsy-turvy game, this.
That was the first time this evening, Dan, that Stephen has looked like he's lost that little bit of composure. Just that one dart. We'll see how it kind of resonates, or maybe it won't even bother him, but that was so quick. You've got to give yourself time to raise the arm from down to up. Otherwise, you won't reach tops.
100.
Just taking his time a bit now. I don't blame him. That was an important passage of play, and more's to come, obviously.
60.
He knows he can't give an inch, and he just has.
Manchester next week, of course, in the Premier League. Price will start things off by taking on Littler again, a player who he keeps on beating.
Yes.
Stephen Bunting will have another crack at Luke Humphries, having beaten him tonight. So the two of the form players,
100.
previous week's finalists, will be taking on the top two in the table. Things could get very interesting.
Well, that was weird. Anyway, Stephen Bunting
98.
has wrestled the darts off of Price in this leg. He's just got a little bit tight, Stephen Bunting.
93.
He will feel this is so doable. Neither are playing at their peak of their powers here.
77.
Should be for a level game, and then we're back on throw, if you will.
Not that has made the slightest bit of difference in this game. What a marker for double 16.
Oh,
92.
No use here.
could not have placed it better.
117.
Big moments here. Stephen will not want to see that or that. And he's thinking he'll get it.
97. Seemingly requires 60.
Grimace for the Welshman there. Well, this game continues to go on. In almost every leg, they're both getting darts to win it. It could be pretty much any score.
Yes.
It is 3-all. We've not had a single hold of throw.
It could have been over. Could have been 16 to whoever-ish. It definitely got that feel, Dan. It's got that vibe of who knows. They don't know, we don't know. But there's been no pattern of play at all.
Yeah, it has been consistently inconsistent.
Yeah. And even Stephen there with the last dart, just pushing it into the one. There's been a few darts that they've both thrown that will have felt horrific. Moves over, looking for the max.
140.
Bunting has got that to cling on to. In these other two games tonight, he has got better. He's improved as they've gone on. He hasn't improved as quickly as he would have liked in this game, but there's still time.
And he improved markedly, didn't he, in those games?
Massively.
Yes.
$125.
Very good after the first dart. It was easy to panic after that. So we are at a point, well, it's effectively a best of 5. And it's 3-3 with Stephen Bunting, who importantly has the darts.
$59. Going to require 167.
That could put him in trouble. 60 for bullseye.
95. Seeming required 96.
This would feel so good if it disappeared in 2 darts for Stephen Bunting. And it might. And it does, and that does feel good for the bullet.
That seems like the first time to me that Bunting actually is feeling it in this final, Dan. I think he's been fighting a bit, I really do. That seemed like the first time to me where it's like, right, okay, I'm where I want to be right now.
Gerwyn Price raising the eyebrows, but then also giving it the big un. And we've seen that a couple of times in the last couple of legs from him. He's trying to dig in. He's trying to get something going himself.
Yeah. 96.
And again, he's just done it on a score of 96 there again.
Yeah, it's a bit 2018 Grand Slam final, isn't it?
That was entertaining.
Oh, wasn't it?
It was expensive.
Oh, wasn't it? Kessie got fined on that occasion. There'd be no fining going on here, we're saying, but he's certainly up for it. But he's been unlucky with that second dart. It's ricocheted off the previous one, and he works it out and leaves a finish.
Going to require 167.
Another one in there we're doing very nicely.
91.
Been a decent leg on throw, 76 left after 12, looking to pop it and
92.
create no drama for himself, and a level game again. Got to move. That's good. That's very good. Wow. Again, maybe?
Well, there were 3. I think he stopped.
1, 2. I think there was 7.
Oh.
60.
He got the buy. He's got the energy.
Yes.
He's kept these in the tank.
Yeah.
He's got a whole game's worth of celebrations to get out tonight.
He's giving it full price here. Stephen knows he needs a big one here.
91.
Not really enough. And there we see.
60.
It's not been a spectacle, but it's intriguing, that's for sure.
Doesn't make it any less important.
It's important, all right.
You've been in important games where you've not been playing at your best.
I've never played at my best ever, thank you. Ever.
But that in itself, finding a way to win an important game when you're not feeling it as much as you would like, that's tough.
Even finding a way to compete.
96.
These two, whilst there's been break after break, they're not giving an edge or an inch or an edge to each other, and who knows? This helps. Oh, that's number 4 for Stephen.
Well, it's very clear how Price is trying to drag another level out of himself. It's by getting noisier and noisier. Stephen Bunting firing in a 4th maximum has given himself a great chance of going a leg away.
If he can get this 32 done, Now this double eight done.
29. Gerwyn requires 71.
Oof.
Draw 17 is found. Double 10. Gerwyn Price leads this one.
Gerwyn Price.
And he wants Stephen Bunting to know.
You're not kidding. That is really rubbing your opponent's nose in it. That hurt that, didn't it, Stephen? Yeah, there you go. Did that hurt as well, pal? Look, it's match play. And it's letting your opponent know that, pal, that really hurt, didn't it? That was like, it was spiteful darts.
59.
I'm sure that you probably pointed at a couple of doubles. Can you see that? That was really good.
Yeah.
When you're taking out a good shot. That's his rather less subtle way of doing the exact same thing.
Yes. Yeah. And after the initial
100.
doubling debacle from both, really, some of the finishing has been clutch. It really has. And that 71 could be the difference.
95.
Yeah, they're not terrifying finishers. 71, 76 in the previous leg.
Yes.
They both went. And they both went when they kind of needed to.
Yeah.
100.
And it's those middle-range finishes that often win you games.
Yeah.
It's come good for Price right towards the end. There's still one more leg needed.
Stephen just picked up the pace there for a dart or so. 182 points away now. 1-2-2 from a third nightly win, which is incredible. Really is. And
Oh, how about that from Stephen Bunting, though, a fifth maximum. Keeps him in it, applies the pressure. Tries to be treble 17 in ball. And it's not going to happen. Stephen Bunting might be digging himself out of this hole.
yes,
43.
that 180 to leave 86. All he needs is a 54 and a 32. That's all he needs. Bullseye now for 5-5.
61.
The width of a wire.
59.
Is that going to be the difference? Match darts Gerwyn Price for a third nightly win.
49.
Well, someone did
25.
whistle, but they were not well thrown darts. May have put him off. We don't know. He's had 2 opportunities to win in Berlin, but it's Bunting who holds it together quite beautifully. Remember, before this evening, he had not won a game. He'd not won a match. He'd not won anything. What a story this would be, Dan.
Yeah, he has gone all around. 2 months going all around the UK and Ireland and getting absolutely nothing for it. He comes to Germany, all of a sudden, things are happening. Much more successful abroad than at home, like paprika-flavoured crisps and moustaches.
Again, it's that little bit of luck, that little bit of timing, all wrapped in a little bow. Your opponent and opponents have missed important doubles, and he found a way to take out the 25 with 0 drama after that.
And Gerwyn Price, it's the second time in this game where he's turned around and basically blamed the crowd for him missing.
Yeah.
It's not going to change in this leg if he gets a chance.
No.
Will he get a chance? This is anybody's.
Well, a 140 here, or a max. 140 here puts him on a finish. It's now up to Stephen Bunting to put him on something that's at least going to make Price have to take it out, or feel like he's going to have to take it out, and that was fantastic.
It will not be won with the 170. It may not be won at all by Gerwyn Price. No treble at all. Bunting favourite.
for the nightly win, which coming into this evening would have seemed highly unlikely. But how likely is it now? Double 16! That is a win for brilliant Bunting in Berlin. What a story! He was bottom of the pile, pointless at one point. Now he has 5 points. Dan, what an achievement from Stephen.
From the Premier League basement to Berlin champion, Stephen Bunting, many gave him zero chance at all tonight, and he has taken out Aspinall, Humphreys and now Price. It's taken him 2 months, but he has finally got his Premier League season off and running, and he's done it in style in the German capital.
Incredible from Stephen. Takes out the 107, which was the highest finish of the match. And let me tell you, there was some good finishing in that. Forget the double success, that was skewed early doors. But there we see the 4 180s, and one of them was at the end of the penultimate leg, and that seemingly potentially changed the whole story. What a win for Stephen Bunting over Gerwyn Price, who was looking for win number 3. But it's the Bullet who's brilliant in Berlin, and he beats Price by 6 legs to 5.
Well, tonight marks the start of the second half of this Premier League season. Stephen Bunting can forget about the first half. He has started this second absolutely perfectly. What a finish to that final as well. Can this now be a real turning point for the Bullet? What a night he's had as well. A quarter-final win over Nathan Aspinall, a semi-final win over the world number 1, and then getting past the former world number 1, former world champ Gerwyn Price in tonight's final. Have a little look at the table. Littler still top, 6 points clear of Luke Humphreys in second. Gerwyn Price up into third, 15 points. Michael Van Gogh, despite not playing tonight, remains inside the top 4. Have a little look at Stephen Bunting though. Started the night on 0 points. Well, he's now got 5 next to his name. Delighted to say he joins myself and Mark on the stage. Congratulations. What a finish to that final as well. It's not just a match win, it's a night win. How are you feeling?
To be honest, after the first win, I was so relieved just to get off the 0 points. I've put a lot of work in behind the scenes. I've tried every week 110% without fail. I've come out and the walk on, tried to give these fans everything that I could. And tonight, oh my God, I've won an event, and I'm so happy. A trophy as well, so unbelievable.
That belongs to you, Stephen. I'm delighted for you. Stephen, how hard has it been turning up week in, week out, losing games, but knowing you're playing well? Does it make it difficult when you're putting in the performances?
Yeah, no. For the last few years, I felt like I'm a far better player than I was when I won the Lakeside World Championship. There's a lot of hard work goes in behind the scene. I've got a great management team, a lovely family behind me, and the fan base is unbelievable. Without these fans, I can't win games like these, and these are the ones, when I get up in the morning, these are the people that I want to perform in front of. And to do it in Germany, a place where we come a lot, playing European tour and stuff, it's such a special moment. And don't get me wrong, there's been times through the Premier League where I thought, can I finish on 0 points? But yeah, to get off the mark tonight and to win a night, such a special feeling.
Do you feel like this can be a real catalyst now? The fact that you've got that, even just a match win out the way.
Yeah, no, like I said, it was a monkey on my back. The first game off my back, and I felt so good in the practice room. I hit a 9 darts early on.
Showed it, yeah.
So I had a really good run in Leicester as well the other day. That gave me a lot of confidence. And like I said, I know I've been playing well. Even in some of the games I've played in Premier League, I've played really well, just not got the result. So now this is going to give me huge confidence, and yeah, I can't wait to finish the campaign. I've really enjoyed it so far, even though I'd not won a game till tonight. Listen, we all want to be in the Premier League. It's the place to be, and I want to be here not just this year, I want to be in it for many years to come.
You've got the 5 points now, Stephen. Is there still some belief you can make those playoffs, or is it just a case of taking 1 week at a time now?
Yeah, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. No, I'm not going to put too much pressure on myself. I think I've played my best darts tonight when I've sort of relaxed. thought the league's gone. There's obviously a chance that I can still make top 4, but I'm not going to put too much pressure on myself. I'm going to turn up each week. I'm going to give me 110%, and if that's good enough, then I'll be happy.
I mean, you've looked relaxed all night, really. You mentioned the 9 data in practice. A few of us saw you earlier on today, and you said you were feeling really positive and feeling really good. Did it almost feel like it was kind of meant to be tonight?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't go that far, but yeah, just like I said, when you win that first game, after such a long time for not winning a game on the big stages, it takes a lot of pressure off, and yeah, I just relaxed then. I was so happy. I'm really happy that I've done it here in Berlin. The fans are absolutely incredible. They've been all behind me all night. Thank you very much. I love you all, and we go again next week in Manchester.
Yeah, the perfect venue to get your first night winning in front of 12,000 fans.
Unbelievable, unbelievable.
Well, congratulations. We'll let you go and enjoy it. We look forward to seeing you again next week.
Thank you very much.